Or good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to At the Close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Markets are mixed today, which frustrates me from a content standpoint because it's hard to have a take on a mixed market, right? The S&P is down. The NASDAQ is up. The Russell is down. The Dow is down. You got some red. You got some green. Don't really know what to make of all that. What I do know what is interesting here is energy. That's what we're going to lead with here because energy, if you're watching us on live trading this morning, you know energy was the only thing up, the only sector up today. It was energy. Well, a lot can change in a few hours because energy is now clearly, squarely into the red and going to close down for the day. We'll talk about why that is. So I've got Joel Elconin with me here. This is At the Close. If you'd be so kind to drop us a like, I'd appreciate that. I think Joel would too. And here we go. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
All right, Joel, how is your day going?
Doing pretty good, Spencer. I kind of like what I'm seeing. We got a comment here from who was it in here? Spielbear LP. At least we're not tanking, and I
Hey,
think uh, I
yeah,
think I think that's a good sign of things here. I shared my screen, right?
yeah, we got it.
So we continued to sell off in the morning. We had that downward momentum, but we came back. And what did I talk about? What the number did I talk
Oh,
about this
gosh.
morning? I said, what number would I like to see at least during the regular session?
Oh, no.
Spencer, let's see if you learn anything of 7 years of
No, I'm
working with
sorry.
me,
So many
or if it's just
numbers.
all been a big waste of time. What the,
What number would you
what
want to see?
number?
What?
Well, Spencer? When you leave the office on Friday and you're walking around and you're doing all the things and you're panhandling on the street looking for money,
Uh-huh.
and people ask you, "What do you think about a stock or what do you think about the market?" What are you gonna say?
Well, what was the
One number. You know, Dennis always yells at me for giving one number, yelling about one number. One number.
pre
What do you
pre
mark on your statement?
pre-market high? Friday's close? Monday's close?
Yes, there you go. All
Okay.
right. I don't feel like I've
Wait,
wasted
wait,
7
wait, wait,
years of
wait. Which
mine.
day is it? Friday or Monday? Sunday? I don't know which day it is because the holiday messes me up.
Friday,
Friday?
Friday.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because Sunday, even though we did trade, that was a crazy session. I mean, we got the 42.02 and a quarter. I mean, we never even sniffed that. But the close, that's it. That's the close. That's the important thing. It was a jack close on Friday. The shorts were on the run. They jacked it in the after hours to 41.68. No one probably pays attention to that 5 o'clock print besides me. And then they jacked it another 35 handles to 42.02. So basically, you had 50 handles of fluff in the market. And then they took it down right over on Monday morning. Boom, boom. We sold off 100 points. But the fact that the market is getting back to this closing area, and we still have 27 minutes today, I think it's a good day. I mean, we don't necessarily have to blast out of here, but if we could just consolidate and stay here, I think that would be good for the market. And it is as we speak right now. We're down to two handles, 53.75. Crude, we'll talk about in more detail here. OPEC's up to pumping, greasing the pumps, up 40 cents. We'll talk about those stocks in a little bit. It up 40 cents, 15.47. Gold meandering down 15.30, 18.42. Silver in the red by 53 cents at 21.57. Bitcoin holding those gains up to almost 3K at 31,800. And Ethereum futures, they're doing good too, up 196.50 at 1943.
All right, Joel. So let's talk energy here. We can go oil, we can go XLE or ExxonMobil. Pick your poison, doesn't matter. As I said, this was your leading sector of the morning, and a lot can change over the course of one day. We got a headline about an hour or so ago A report from who had this? I don't even know. Wall Street Journal, I think, had a report or a headline. It's funny. This is the one time, not the one time, but I definitely saw that we had an OPEC meeting on the calendar this week and decided not to mention it because, like, how often does anything actually come out of those meetings? Well, apparently, something might come out of this meeting because the Wall Street Journal reported today that some OPEC members are considering like suspending Russia or excommunicating Russia from the OPEC plus cartel, and then they want to pump more oil out into
Yeah,
the
oh
world.
yeah, why not, man? Up here at 115, they're like, baby, get it going. Well, they're already pumping more than they're saying. I mean,
Yeah,
even whatever the figures, they're going pump, 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 man. They're getting it out there. So I don't know about the rush thing. I do know that, at these prices, why not from a business standpoint? So that put a little spook. You got to 119.98. You talk about round numbers in the stocks, right? How many people are like, wow, 120? That's my target. I want to get out of 120. 119.98 is where it got to. Huge reversal here. So we got the pop out of the consolidation. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if this is just and there's a lot of room between 115 and 110. So I think you hold 115, hold here, zigzag around, make another run at run 20. But your 2-day low is just above 110. So, that's what I'm looking at. I was discussing with someone earlier that like this is a definite breakout, and I go, well, let's see how we close
yeah,
because the old time, well, not the old time, but the closing high in the move was 1473 basis the front month contract. I don't know where the 2 o'clock print was. I don't have that up. So that will be, well, the 2 o'clock print was was that a lot higher? Let's see when they tanked it here. Um, Mhm. No, or is it 230, 1456? So it gave a lot back. But our people here are more interested in the stocks. And we had someone asked about Devon Energy today. And like before today, what's there to worry about? We're going up, up, and up. This is a warning candle, folks. I don't know what the Japanese candlesticks people call it, but that's a warning. That's a warning candle. That's saying there's sellers out there, and there's sellers willing to sell on weakness. All these days, you had days to sell on strength, right? That's gone. Well, at least for to now, for today. So, man, I would keep an eye. I don't know who asked about it if they're still around, but keep an eye on today. Also, the close from Friday. The close from Friday 75.80. So that's my number tomorrow because that was the high close for the move. And that might be an all-time closing high for Devon Energy.
yeah. I mean, I have like the S&P 500 gainers and losers up on my Thinkorswim, and I literally I only see the best and worst like 25 and without scrolling, and literally the entire thing to this morning was all energy stocks. It was like that was it, and now they are gone. They're off of my game. They're off of the winners list for the day, and it's populated by Google, right, and FedEx and Win and Netflix. So, but there really isn't much there. So yeah, just a stunning turnaround for energy today. But hey, that's what happens when you pump more oil. When supply goes up, price goes down, and that's what's happened today. Let's see if we actually get anything out of this Thursday meeting with OPEC. But that's going to be now another thing we're going to have to pay attention to. Normally, these meetings are kind of snooze fests because it's all collusion anyway, right? It's basically a legalized monopoly or a cartel, technically. And, they can manipulate the price all they want. And that's what's happening here today. So,
Hey, it's good. Keith McKinley was the one that asked that question, and he came back this afternoon.
There we
So
go.
good.
Look at that, Keith.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you came back and keep asking me. We'll keep on this, Keith, because I mean, you got in for safety. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keith,
it's sometimes
Keith,
that happens.
yeah, Keith, you know what? We said this morning too, right? It's a good problem to have. Oh, I got it. I bought a stock for the dividend. Oh, it won't stop going up. What do I do? Good problems to have, but a problem nonetheless. Okay, what about Amazon today, Joel. Amazon was
Kicking
is
myself.
actually it is one of your leaders. It is the number one performing stock in the S&P 500 index today, up almost 6%. Don't forget, we have that split going into effect on Friday at the Friday's close. But this is a clear. You asked me if there was news today, I think, and I said
Yeah,
I
that was.
said I said the split is the news.
Yeah, and you had it correctly. I mean, what a nice setup. I mean, it's we saw the Tesla Apple effect, a little bit different of a scenario, right? Going into the split. This one, it was kind of beat up. The market turned around. So, hey, now the split effect. I wouldn't be short this thing. I mean, and of course, market circumstances, anything can change. But yeah, well, people buying ahead of the split. Now it's having the little split effect. Opened up straight up. I mean, we are way off the all-time high on this one. This thing took a haircut. I don't see anything up to 20. Let's just call it 24.70. There's another nice round number for you. That's not too far away. And then you see up to 2,600. Then you get into earnings gap. I don't know that was going to be happening, but you know what? It's going to be a heck of a lot more fun to talk about when the split's 20 for one because it's just the way I do my levels, the way I interpret things. It's just, I just if I gave you all the numbers, I mean, it would be what? When you go to decimal points, you go to six numbers. It's no fun. So looking forward to Amazon being split. We're having trouble in the
Yeah.
4150 handle, folks. That closed at 55.75. We did get to it by 10 handles in the pre-market or in the regular session, but just like that 4150 handle, it's pesky. Now we're down 8, 41.48.
Yeah. Sort of what someone in the chat a moment ago said. Looks like they're going to pump SPY into the close. Well,
Who
I
knows?
mean,
I
we'll
mean,
have to,
this last hour, I mean,
yeah,
last half hour, last 15 minutes imbalances. If you watch the market, the fluidity of the market, in the pre-market and then in the first couple hours, your 10 o'clock turn, your new balloon, the start of the last hour, but the last
yeah,
10 or the last 10, 15 minutes, really hard. And, if you're still swinging a bat, this late in the day, chances are you should go back into the dugout.
yeah. All right. We are, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but we're here still in a bit of an earnings season here. If
Yeah.
I bring up the calendar for tonight or for the week,
Another thing you guys bit my head off over this morning. Both of you jumped on me. At least when you're gone, it's just going to be Dennis jumping on me instead of both you and Dennis at the same time.
wait, what did we jump on you for? I'm
I
sorry.
said, well, Robot, we're done. We're through earnings season.
I mean, we kind of are. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like we got Salesforce tonight, right? So there's probably like a half dozen of these reports that I actually care about. Um, so
Mm.
yeah, and then the thing is though is that the banks are going to report in like 3 weeks, right? 3 or 4 weeks. So then
Really? Oh, my Lord.
it picks up again. You know what? Before I say that, I should probably go and check. So
Oh, man.
let me not give you that information. So
Our
JP Morgan.
first earnings season without Spencer.
Oh, come
I
on.
wonder
So
if even the companies are going to give earnings anymore because you're not going to be around to
the
comment
JP
on.
Morgan report. What the heck? JP Morgan. Come on, calendar.
Let me guess. July 14th.
Wait, we don't even have.
No, later than
Oh
that.
wait,
It's probably later.
I didn't go far enough. That's why. Um,
August 4th.
we don't. I don't know. It's gonna be.
When did we report last?
It'll be early August is all I know. All right,
Early August.
that's a good
Okay.
exercise to do. So J.P. Morgan reported, they reported on July 13th last year. So it'll be like the second week of July. So we got like a month. But anyway, let's go to Salesforce here, Joel. That's the big one tonight. That is the king of the software stocks, the king of the SaaS plays, and the SaaS has been really punished hard. And then on top of that, there is the Broadcom, refresh my memory, dear Lord.
Broadcom.
Broadcom,
VMware.
VMware. Thank you, man. It was a long weekend. I can't remember anything that happened last week. So Broadcom, VMware deal that's going to throw a wrench into the enterprise software space. But in any case, CRM reports tonight. What does the chart look like to you?
Huh. So we're looking. How do? Oh, okay. I always get. I'm like, I know what SaaS means, but then I'm like, yeah,
Software as a service, yeah.
yeah,
So it's like
software as
so
a
it's basically
service.
just any software, any enterprise software thing that businesses pay for on a monthly or annual basis. I mean, like the Benzinga Pro, for example.
Mm, that's SaaS. We're SaaS.
Yeah, sure,
We're software.
sure. Benzinga Pro, it's software.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were a news company.
Well,
We're
that
a
too.
new.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. I guess we're still figuring it out.
We're everything, Joel.
All right. Man, this is not well. First of all, like no one's loved this thing. I mean, considering what the S&P's done, this has gotten no love coming off that bottom. I mean, it has moved, but not out of there like shot out of a cannon like you would like to see it. Low at 154.64. High of the rebound has been 169.50, 150. I guess one I don't even know what to say. I'm stumped on this one. I'd be a seller at 170 and I would be a tepid buyer at the low of the move 154.64. I'm not going to try and figure out when there's something there that I can't figure out. So I'm going to pass on that one.
All right, all right.
I'd say it can't be going down every month for the rest of its existence. So it's due
No,
for an up month soon. That is not exactly
one of
bullish
the
commentary.
one of these months. What about HP? HPQ. They report tonight.
HPQ.
This is the one that Warren bought. Yes.
Yes.
I,
Now,
I can never keep these two straight. HPE is tomorrow. That's
oh,
the
HPE's tomorrow.
HPE is tomorrow. HPQ is tonight. HPQ is printers, right? And HPE is the enterprise software, I believe. So I can never keep these two companies straight.
Which one is the computer equipment?
That's tonight. That's HPQ.
All right, so that's what we got, and this is the one
Yeah.
I now. What do you just based on historical precedents for the quarter? What way do you think I'm leaning on this one?
Historical well, I mean, I'm looking. I'm
Well,
the
we
two.
only had one stock that's up here. I mean, Compact's gone, Motorola's gone.
Okay, I'm trying to think what you were even referring to.
There's another stock that makes computers besides Apple.
Oh, Dell. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's a great point though, Joel.
yeah,
Right. But Dell, I thought Dell was a case of the bar being so low. It wasn't like Dell.
yeah.
Was Dell's report even that good? Let me go look at the numbers again. I don't recall it being that good. Oh yeah, it was actually very good. Unless there's some crazy accounting stuff, but yeah, that was a good report for Dell. So all right, bar high for HP.
Okay, well, your traders, your Dell traders, you want to stay in this gap area. I don't know what's going to take it out of that gap area, but that's something I like to keep an eye on. HPQ, I mean, this stock is gappy, gappy, gappy. This already got the Dell bump. So they better come. They got a high bar. They have like a Dwight Stone's high bar to clear. Uh, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go pretty close to the belt on this one, just
Mm,
because there's so many highs in this area. Wow, you're close to it. Let's call it. We'll bump it up. We'll go nice round number 40. If you get a pop into the 40s and you go up and maybe even get to that 41, and then you're not able to hold that 40, I think I'd get out of the way because it's had a big move from 34. And if they juice it on a good number, then it's going to need to hold. I think just tentatively, first time down, I'd see support at 37. The reason that being is you had a high gap high fills the gap 36.96 or 30, yeah. So it's called 37 to 40 potential range HPQ.
Okay, Joel, you want this? We talked about this morning, and we were talking about AMC, and we were theorizing that the move in AMC in the pre-market session was mostly because it's AMC, not because of the weekend box office performance of Top Gun, and I feel extremely vindicated now
Yeah, I
because
know.
Paramount is going to close green today. It's up 46 cents right now, so barring catastrophe in the next 10 minutes, and AMC gave all those gains back.
Oh, it just got a pop there. We got some buying balances. The Bulls not giving up here. What did I say
Oh,
about the crazy action here going into the last 10 minutes? We were looking in the abyss at 41.40. Now they're battling at the 41.50 handle. So I can imagine there maybe a slight in buying balances here, but there's just like a 7 point move. No, Greg Armentrout. We're not AMC haters.
oh
We
no,
just, oh, not at
not at
all.
all.
I
But
mean,
I was saying that the stock is not up because of Top Gun. That's what I was saying, and I feel like I was vindicated because the
it
company behind
was.
Top Gun, the stock Paramount, is still up today, and it's going to close green in the
Yeah, they're
first
the
in the
one that produced it.
right. It's their movie. AMC was up maybe maybe Top Gun was like the catalyst, but the move itself was AMC because it's AMC. That's what AMC does. It does weird things sometimes, and so that's what the move is. That's all I was saying.
Right, and it is the pre-market prep plus stock of the day.
Now,
The article will be out later, so those of you that can't read, I will explain it to you. Uh, we got the we got the pre-market high at 1662, and then we started to come off. Right, so for those of you new to the show, this is pre-market after hours and pre-market trading. Right, and boom, you got up here. And then we covered in the show, it was right here at like 1580 level. So what I do when something starts to leak like that off a pre-market high, what I like, giving away all my secrets here. What I do is I like to go to the dailies, and I'm like, okay, so let's forget the pre-market traders. Just think about the guys that really have the money, the big institutions. They don't want to show their hand. Where were they? Look at all those highs you had in the $16 area. And boom, you opened up, you hit 1613, you came down, you took out the close, you went red on the day. I don't know if I would have been predicting that happening. But there it is unchanged. So the other thing that you have to think about in AMC is that look how weak that it had last week. Yeah, the S&P rallied a few percentage. This thing
mhm.
120, all the smart people out there that bought it saying, yeah, that Top Gun is getting great reviews. People want to get the hell out of the house. They're going to go to the movies. They were buying while the volume in the S&Ps was low last week. AMC was traded on heavier than average volume. So those guys need to get out, right? So what better time to get out is when I gotta buy AMC now. This is the ramp back to 70. And boom. And 72 was the high, but the number I gave you guys back then was the all-time closing high. I think it was the all-time closing high, and I believe it was like 62.50. If you go back and drill down on your dailies. So, and that's what saved my AWS and GME too, was looking at the closes. So once again, going back to close. Yeah, Jay, buy the rumor, sell the news. Yep. Yep, there it is. All
Yeah.
right, 4150 rejected yet against here. 7 minutes to go. The Bulls and Bears are battling it out here between
Uh,
4140, 4150.
I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but some of these oil stocks, Joel, like pull up ConocoPhillips here just now because COP can't really stop going down for the moment.
I'm telling you,
Look at that. Yeah,
yeah.
but I know, but there are degrees of sell-offs, right? And this is a not insignificant.
Yeah. I mean, but look at the run that these things
I
had. I mean,
know, I
yeah, I mean,
know,
that's
I
the
know.
thing that we try and stress to you guys is, just that the market structure, that when they're like, there are people, institutional sellers, like, I'm going to let some go at, 107, and I'm going to let some go at 110. And I'm even going to sell more at 114.60. And if we get over 115, then I'm getting the hell out of this position. I mean, there's people that have millions and millions and millions of shares to trade,
Mhm,
just not like, you little day traders or
mhm.
swing traders, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Now the whole time, well, we just gave back like those 13 handles. Like, man, you sneezed and we're back in the 4130 handle. Woo! Man, getting rocky into the close here.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
gonna look now, but the communication sector is about to go
Something happened. Do you got news? News me.
I
Is
mean,
there news?
I
This
mean,
looks like a news move to me,
this looks
folks.
like a news
What do
move
you
to
guys think?
you?
I kind of feels like a news move. What do you guys, chat? What do
Do,
you
do,
think?
do, we just get some new tariffs? Is that some new aluminum and steel tariffs? Is
I
that
mean,
just
let's go here. Let's go.
no? Because I'm not seeing movement in steel
That's
right
a
now.
1 minute move, folks. No, that's not a 1 minute move. But let's go to the 1 minute here. Come on, chart. I wish I
Nah.
I wish I wish I could get my Oculus goggles to work because then I could just look and go, oh, 1 minute chart on S&P. No, it's this is what's happened in the last 4 minutes. The market is completely dissipated here.
Mm,
We're in big trouble now. Sellers just out here in
wow.
force. There's news somewhere. Oh, and oh no, Spinner comes to the rescue. It's the end of the month. Good
That's it.
job, Spinner. I forgot to talk about that this morning. I had a note here to talk about it after at the close show. I totally forgot about it. Man, oh man, oh man.
Man, well, I was going to say, don't look now. Communications just went red, so we're down to one green sector today. It is discretionary, up 80 cents, but let's see if that can hold in the next 4 minutes. Now it's
Nothing
70.
can hold here.
Now it's 70.
Nothing.
Now it's 74
Women
cents.
and children first. No, I'm getting a little excited here.
Yes.
41.30's shaking. 41.29 and a half. This, oh wow. Whoo! Same thing every month? I don't know. I don't know about that easy, Mike. I'd have to take a look at it. This has been a pretty unusual month. And you want to hear something, and I was discussing this with a buddy too here.
Yeah.
The futures, see if though the futures could correspond here. Let me go to the monthly S&P futures chart. Where did we close last month? Last month we closed at, sorry for the extra stuff there. Last month we closed at 41.2750. That's where we ended the whole month of trading.
41.
We tra-
Well, I'm sorry. What month is it?
41.2750. We're 2 points away.
Wait.
It's
Which month was that?
well, that was April.
That was April. Wait, that was April. Wow. Okay. So we basically went all this that happened. We basically went nowhere. The entire month we went nowhere.
Nothing. May never happened.
May,
May just
May,
may
May,
never happened.
May never happened. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Yep. And the same with the cash. I looked at the cash is right there too. Absolutely amazing. A whole month of nothingness. So but
Well,
the yeah,
I mean, here's the good news. If I go to a monthly chart, no, that's not so good either. So the Nasdaq is going to close down for the month. The S&P is going to close down. No, the S&P is. Oh, that's tight there. I don't know. It's close. On the
eh,
S&P, whether that can close green or not. I'm looking at the index, not the
yeah.
futures. You can look at here. Let's go to what's the
Hey,
roughly.
paint company just landed a job in Charlotte. I wonder if that's Mitch. I wonder if Mitch nah,
Hey,
Mitch
yeah,
wouldn't
Mitch just
Mitch
moved to Charlotte as
Mitch
well.
wouldn't pay 10 grand for that. But you know what? I just people are asking about who's gonna replace Spencer, and I can tell you who it's down to.
Okay.
It's down to, Joe Buck and Al Michaels.
Mhm.
That's
Al
it.
Michaels
Those are
got
the
Al
yeah,
Michaels has a new gig at Amazon though, so I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, well, you know what? We can afford a little bit more than Amazon. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
mhm.
But, anyways, let's see if we get a pop here, 41.30. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, so there we are. We'll see how we close. We got about a minute to go.
And it's pretty remarkable, actually, if you go look at the four major indexes: the S&P, the Dow, the Russell, and the Nasdaq, and they're all pretty darn close to being unchanged over the last month. Like it's
Like
almost like nothing happened there.
in the last 10 minutes, you're like, hey, where do you want your bonus? Yeah, I want my bonus. Well, we better get the
We're
hell out of some
basic,
of this. We better get the
basically
hell out of some of this
closing.
junk we bought and
Yeah.
before the market gets back to do it. But if we close at 27.50, then I just might have to walk on
Uh,
my hands down to the office once again to say goodbye to Spencer.
yeah.
41.30. I don't know. We'll see if we get a little pop here. That was a pretty big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minute sell off here going into the final. Now we're just moving around for well 2, 3 ticks. Let's see, 41.40. How about that? We went to 41.50, went to 41.30. How about we get it back up? Bing, bing,
Wow.
bing. That's not going to happen. We'll see what happens. I'll call 41.32.50 our closing print. So up
All
on the
right.
month.
The S&P 500 closed April at 41. This is the index, 41.31.93. We just closed May at 41.32.47. So we went up a whole point for the entire month in the S&P 500. In the Nasdaq, we closed last month at 12,854. We just closed May at 12,000. So all right, 12,642. So down a couple hundred points in the Nasdaq. The Russell, the RUT, we just closed the month green by a smidgen. We closed April at 1864. We closed May at 1872. A whopping 8 points for a month in the Russell. And I'm not even going to look at the Dow because I don't care about that. It's 30 stocks. So, all right. All things considered, we ended the month.
It was fun. Like we're like Spencer, like, oh, what are we gonna talk about? There's nothing to talk about. And then all of a sudden, did we get the Salesforce numbers yet? I'm just curious because that just
No.
puked out to 160.
Most likely. Let's take a look.
Are they out?
Let's see what we got here. Go to my Benzinga Pro. Go to my news feed. Go to my SEC filings / press release. No, not yet.
They're not out yet. So, okay, you oil traders out there, just listen. I just want to see where that DVN that closed. Boom, 74.90. So for you oil traders out there, just keep an eye. Whatever the high close from, it was obviously from Friday. Don't worry about them going right back up to their highs from today because I don't think that's going to happen. But see if you get a look at the close. So,
All right.
Thanks, Spencer. Great job here. And back with you all tomorrow morning.
All right. That's a wrap. Going to end the show now. Go over to Cannabis Insider. So smash that like button. Check out Benzinga Pro if you haven't already. Pro.benzinga.com. Free 2-week trial for everyone. Any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, shoot us an email. Here's an email that goes to a whole bunch of people here at Benzinga. It goes to me as well. So I'll see your email if you want to email me. shows@benzinga.com. And heck, you want to send me a personal email? I'll put my personal email up on the screen. It's literally my name at benzinga.com. There it is. Spencer Israel at benzinga.com. That's my personal Benzinga email. You will have 3 more days to email me before I will not be able to see that anymore. So that's a wrap. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Catch you guys tomorrow. And Cannabis Insider coming up next.